Hi everybody. So here we are, 10 weeks in our homeschooling curriculum, and these are all the books that we've read throughout this 10 weeks of our Bookshark Level F curriculum. So how many books have we read? Have you counted them? 14 books. So do you remember the first one we started with? Li Loon. So what can you tell me about this book? Do you like this one?
Yes.
What is it about?
It's about a boy who's scared of going fishing because of the water.
Uh-huh.
And his father sets out an impossible task for being a coward to grow 49 grains of rice
49 grains of rice
on a mountain.
on a mountain. And is it a fruitful mountain?
It's like a deadless mountain.
Like a fruitless mountain. And is he able to do that? Is he able to grow the 49? How many were? How many grains of rice were there?
He grew 99.
99. And he was supposed to grow?
49.
49. And you know what happened at the end of the book?
He taught others to do what he did.
Yeah, I remember that in the book, everybody in the village was a fishing village, so everybody had to be a fisherman. But the boy wanted to be a rice grower, a farmer. So from then on, they knew they were able to grow rice on that mountain, and people began to become farmers of rice. So this book is called Li Loon, Lot of Courage.
The first book.
The first book. This is one of the readers. This is one of the books that the children read by themselves, and it's a beautiful book because he's sent as a punishment to this mountain because supposedly he didn't have courage, and he finds his courage. He does impossible things to be able to grow his rice and protect it from the birds. From the snakes, from the rats, and it's a beautiful, beautiful book to start the curriculum with. And here we have, I think this is one of our favorite books in this curriculum. This is by Grace Lin, and this is a fantasy story about a young girl named Min Li. Can you tell us about it a little bit?
Min Li was a poor girl. She was probably among the poorest in her village.
Uh-huh.
Or probably the poorest. Then one day, since the family's money was her money because she had 2 copper coins from her birthdays.
Okay.
Then one day a man selling goldfish was selling goldfish.
Mm-hmm.
She bought one and then she let it out in the river.
Okay. And then?
And then the fish told her where to go to meet the old man on the moon.
To meet the old man in the moon. Do you remember why she wanted to meet the old man in the moon?
To get gold and jade.
To get the golden jade. And she was and to be able to have to change I remember now. To change the family's fortune, right? So she wanted to ask that wish. So it's sort of like a Wizard of Oz kind of a book, but sort of like a Chinese version or imagining of it, and it's just such a beautiful story. It's such a beautiful story, and I think Grace Lin has many other books that are similar to this. Here we have, at the end of this book, we haven't started reading it, but we have the preview of When the Sea Turned to Silver. So it's a book like it. I hope that Min Li is the main character in the book. So yes, beautiful, beautiful story. So then, which one did we read next? I see. Here we have it.
The Wild Orchid.
The Wild Orchid. This is a retold of what Disney movie. Remember Mulan? We watched the movie. Do you like this one? Yeah. This is another one of the readers. This is one that they read by themselves. And what can you tell me about this book?
A Chinese girl is daughter of a noble family, and then the emperor asks one man of each family to go to war. Yet he forces them.
Yes.
And since her father is too old and he's the only boy in the family, so she disguises herself as a man to go to the war.
To go to the war.
So he doesn't have to fight.
And she finds her courage too. This is another book about finding your courage. And also doing what you were meant to do, because she was meant to be an archer.
And now, the best book ever.
No, but we need to leave that one for almost last, because the one he has is the one we finished just now, yesterday actually. Which one came next?
I think Young Fu.
Young Fu?
Wait, look. So
no, we read this one before.
No, wait. So I'll put the ones that are new. Look. So we finished these. Let's put them here. New ones.
Okay. So this one I know we read. This is called Sweet and Sour. And I think the name is very ingenious because this book has sweet and sour tales. And in Chinese cuisine, we have the sweet and sour sauces. So I think this was great. By the way, all these books that we've read are about Chinese children. This one is fantasy completely. These ones are fictional, but these are about Chinese children. So they tie in with the history that you're reading about China. This one is too about Chinese stories. Do you remember any of these stories? I know we read them. There's many of them.
I do remember one.
One? Okay.
It was one about a man. He gave everything he had to the poor, and then one day, he got his money back.
He got his money back?
By a miracle.
By a miracle. I don't remember that one because there's so many stories in that book. There's so many little stories, and these are very fantastical. So these are fantasy stories. These are sort of like fairy tales, you would say. So yeah, a cute little book with a cute little story to read before you go to bed. So yeah, we really like this one too. I don't think there's any book, there's not a book here that we didn't like. So which one came next?
I think this was the new one.
Young Fu or Homesick? Which one do we talk about? Homesick? Okay, so Young Fu. So Young Fu is...
That's the one we read before. Homesick, I think.
This is a thick book. So it took us a while to read this one.
It's actually 300 pages.
300-page book. And this is one of the read-alouds that the parents read to the children. Because the reason why they choose the read-alouds is because there's so much in that book for you to talk with your child so they can understand better what they're reading. And it was a lovely book too. Can you tell us a little bit about Young Fu?
Young Fu was basically a turnip head.
A what?
Young Fu was a Chinese turnip head, and then he worked at a coppersmith's. Then there was someone who was his apprentice, the main apprentice called Dan, who hated Young Fu and was jealous of him.
Yeah. So his boss, the coppersmith, was he good? Was he good towards Tan? Tan. His name was Tan. Towards Young Fu.
Yes.
Yeah. So in this book, it shows us a little bit. These two books, I would say, they show us a little bit of how this is they're about a time in China where you have, for example, you have foreigners living in China.
This was around the same time.
The same time, around what time?
1920s.
1920s. So there was a lot of sort of turmoil and lack of acceptance of foreigners in China around this time. And Yang Fu realizes that some people are good whether they're Chinese or they're foreigners. And some people are going to be bad, whether they're Chinese or foreigners. You need to get to know the person.
Oh,
And yeah, we forgot this really good book.
but they're made by the same author.
Yeah. Okay, so Young Fu, really recommend this book. So yeah, we forgot about talking about this beautiful book. Wait, no, this one came first, remember? This is a reader. This is one that they read by themselves. And is from the same author as Where the Mountain Meets the Moon. This is The Year of the Dog. So we really, really enjoy this one. I read it, they read it by themselves, and then I read it so I can talk about the books with them. So what can we say about this beautiful book, The Year of the Dog?
The Year of the Dog is basically an American girl and who doesn't like it because she was born in China.
No, she was born in America.
But she wants to go to China?
Don't you remember her parents are Taiwanese?
Oh, yeah.
So she feels, even though she's American, she feels more Taiwanese than American. But she also feels American because she's an American girl. So there's a lot of finding your identity in this book. And The Year of the Dog, in Chinese tradition, each year is a year of one animal, and this is the Year of the Dog. So what was she supposed to do during the Year of the Dog?
Clean the house.
Yeah, they had to do that every year, but she has to do something for this year. Oh, to find her talent, wasn't it? Find her talent. So she finds her talent in this book. And by the way, it's special to know.
She gets rich.
She gets rich, well. Yeah, for a kid, $400. Yeah, you can say she gets rich.
She meets a friend that's also Taiwanese and looks exactly like her.
Uh-huh.
It was actually the...
Well, she doesn't look exactly like her, but the American kids think that they look exactly the same because they're Taiwanese. So this book goes a lot into finding, like I said before, your identity, seeing how sometimes people don't, for example, sometimes she's not accepted in an American setting because she's Taiwanese, and sometimes she's not accepted in a Chinese or Taiwanese setting because she's too American. She doesn't speak Chinese or Taiwanese.
Her friend Melody is actually a real person.
Yeah. As her friend Melody is actually a real person. She's an illustrator, right? So this is a lovely, lovely book. Grace Lin, great author. I think any book that she writes would be a lovely book. And we have another book about finding sort of your identity. This is the one we had before. Where is it? This one I really, really loved. Homesick. Do you remember this one? Do you like it?
Yes.
So this
one... It's a girl who wants to go to America.
Yeah. So
and she was actually and this is the first book that we read that is actually real.
Yeah, this is a biography of the author. An autobiography.
It's not a biography.
Jean Fritz. As a matter of fact, the main character's name is also Jean.
And she lived to the ripe old age of 101 and died in 2017.
101, wow.
She was born in 1950.
So this is a book about a Taiwanese girl who was born in America, or an American Taiwanese girl. And this is about a book about an American girl who was born in China. So we read this around the same time. And again, finding her identity. She was born in China, but her family is American, and she feels very much American, and she longs to move to America, and she would even like to change her name Jean to Marjorie because she feels that Marjorie is more of an American name than Jean is, and you see a lot how her focus is on moving to America. When she finally does, she actually misses China because she grew up in China and she was born there. So these books are really, really lovely. and they show a lot about the goodness, the kindness of people, no matter where they were born, where they grew up. So we really enjoy these books. Then we went on to this one, The Big Wave. This is one of the readers that the kids read. And remember what this one was about?
This one was about. So there was basically a family that lived near a mountain and a family that lived near the sea.
Mm-hmm.
The family that lived on the sea.
Get up a little bit so they can
The
see.
family that lived on the sea died.
Mm-hmm. Because there was a
big wave.
A big wave.
But the son of that family who died was survived.
Because his father sent him to the mountain with his best friend, the farmer, because he said if a big wave actually comes, they were expecting it but praying that the big wave wouldn't actually come. Someone has to survive us. Someone has to carry the family name. And he survived. And what happened after that? At first he was very afraid to go back to the water.
But then he rebuilt his home.
He rebuilt his home and he became a fisherman again because he was meant to be a fisherman. It was in him to be a fisherman. So I think we are telling the end of all these books, but this one, again, lovely books. I cannot find any book here that we didn't like. So next we read The Kite Fighters. This is a really fun book.
Then the next two books are going to be kind of cool.
Oh, so here we changed countries. We went to
China.
Mm-hmm.
To America.
To Japan. This one is in Japan, and this one is in Korea. The only one about Korea we've read. Kite Fighters. So what was this book about, Kite Fighters?
It was about
the two brothers, remember?
It was about two brothers, Young-sup and Ki-sup.
Uh-huh.
They flew kites.
Mm-hmm.
Then there was a competition. The king was watching because the king was Young-sup's friend.
Uh-huh. Yeah, the king is a boy king, and he sees the boys playing with the kites, and he wants to do that because he never gets to do that. He's a boy king. He's used to people honoring him and always, being a boy king. So he wants to play with the other kids, and they become friends. He and Young-sup. And what happens?
There's a tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Where you have to basically cut the opponent's string, and then when the string is up, the people chase the kite that's been cut off to be the first one to get it.
No, aren't you out of the competition when your kite has been cut off?
Yes.
Okay, so the last kite standing, so they flow the kites and they try to break the opponent's kite string.
And then when the opponent's kite string is off, the people try to get it.
They try to get it.
Yeah, to be the one to have the rights of the kite.
Oh, cool. So yeah, this is a really fun book because it's about sports, a new kind of sport that probably your children have never heard about. That's really fun. So here we have, I'm going to talk about this little book. This is one that we read like 3 pages a week, and it's about poems, very short poems, and very sweet. So we like it. Can you read one of them? The coins?
Coins are pleasant to the hand, neat circles, move a little heavy. They feel as they are worth something.
Uh-huh. Coins. So little poems like that. So next we read Born in the Year of Courage. I think courage is the theme for this book. This curriculum, level F, is for children between 10 and 13. So it's that age when they're finding sort of their courage. They're becoming teenagers. They're becoming young men or young women. And this book is about the story of about a Japanese boy. I think it's a real life story, isn't it? I think it is.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's a real life story.
That's history.
Oh, I think it is, but I think I read it. Can you tell us a little bit about it? Manjiro is the name of the main character.
A Japanese boy,
Yeah,
which is actually a young adult, as we call it, the age of 18.
Okay.
He goes on a fishing trip with a crew. And the captain of the crew is called Fujinoro.
Okay.
Then the ship crashes into an island, and then they have to eat some stuff from the island, like raw bird.
Raw albatross. Can you imagine eating that?
What's albatross?
It's a huge bird, a huge white bird, and yeah, I don't think raw fish. Yes, we could do that, but raw bird. But Manjiro is a boy who, yes, they're looking for a ship to rescue them, but he tries to make the best of every situation. When they're stuck in an island, he tries to figure out ways to fish to make life in the island. And when the ship arrives, great, wonderful, the ship is finally here. But he tries to make the best of the situation that he's in at every moment. And does a ship come in?
Yes.
And where is the ship from?
America.
From America. This is from, and this was, well, the story is set during a time where Japan was closed off, trade was closed off with America and the rest of the world, only with the Dutch and the Chinese. And Japanese people who left Japan and lived in another place, they wouldn't even be accepted in Japan.
They would die if they came back.
Yeah, they would be killed if they came back. So he goes on this ship.
Because they would be known as a traitor.
Sort of like a traitor, yes. So you see how the world changes. And Manjiro was, and we don't want to make a big spoiler on this book. This is a great book. This is one of the readers that they read by themselves. Manjiro is one who was able to change things, you see. So he was able to open trade with America and Japan. Sometimes it takes one person with a lot of help, but it takes one person to be the driving force of a big change, even a change like this between two countries. So this is a story of courage, a story of union, and just beautiful. So then we read this lovely book. So we jumped to Japan here. This is another book that taught us about a religion we knew nothing about, which is, what religion did we learn about? Buddhism. I had no idea what Buddhism was.
It was from Siddhartha Buddha.
And this is a cat who went to heaven. This is a lovely, lovely story about this cat who honored Buddha. And you see in Buddhism that when Siddhartha Buddha died, all the animals went to honor Buddha except for the cat. So the cat had the gates of heaven close to it. But this cat was so venerable. She venerated Buddha so much that
the painting didn't burn.
Yeah, the artist, her owner is an artist, and she honors the Buddha while he paints, and he starts painting animals who are honoring the Buddha, and he cannot paint her because she's a cat, and she's very sad. And at the end, he decides to paint her, and Buddha actually blesses her, and she's able to enter into heaven. So I just gave a big spoiler, but I really love this book.
No. The greatest
book of all time, The Master Puppeteer. We just finished reading this book and we love it so much. So this is about Jiro and how
there's a bandit called Saburo.
There's a bandit called Saburo. You guys probably have heard of Robin Hood. So Saburo would be the Japanese version of Robin Hood. And we don't want to spoil this book. Read it. Out of all these 10 books, this is the best one. And we just love it. So read it. It's amazing. The last one that we've read
is the second real story.
second real story. This is a really sad story.
Sadder than what happened to the cat.
Yeah. So this is about the war. I mean, the two atomic bombs that were launched
In World War II.
into after World War II into
Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
very good. And
There's a girl called Sadako who was born in 1943.
mhm.
But then in 1955, they discovered that she has the disease from one of the atomic bombs called leukemia.
Yeah. So we'll let you read this book. Don't tell you anything more about it. And yeah, these are the books that we've read so far. 14 books. And we cannot wait.
14 out of 40?
14 out of 40. I think we got 40 books. So we have many books coming up. We've traveled through Japan, through China, Korea, and Japan, and many countries in Eastern Asia that we want to travel through with these books. So thank you for watching and being with us. Bye.